A lot of guys have the misconception that she cried wolf and that, oh, they were going to hook up regardless and now she regrets it. They were hanging out. I saw them last night. They were cool. So she's faking it, or she's lying, or that didn't happen, or...
When we go out and do briefs, sometimes there's a perception that 90% of the cases are false, and that's not true. It's a very small percentage.
Subject matter experts that have done the studies, they think it's between 2 and 7% of cases are actually substantiated as false reports. So actually, they're quite rare.
It can change the person that you once were to somebody who you don't even recognize.
I can't go anywhere without locking doors.
Up until recently, I could not shower with a curtain that wasn't see-through.
I would lock bathroom doors. I would lock room doors. I would lock front doors. I would lock garage doors. I would lock the gates. I'd lock everything behind me just so I know nobody's coming in after me.
If I couldn't see through it, I would have an anxiety attack. I'd have a panic attack. I'd have to open the curtain and take a shower with the curtain open.
Here it is, like over a year later, and I still catch myself. No, it's okay. I'm not by myself. I don't need to lock my door. I'm okay. And I have to second guess myself.
The people I did trust and I knew I could trust, he ruined that for me.
It's been almost 5 years now. Still talking to a therapist about it.
I'm always very apprehensive to getting to know new people because I don't want to let somebody in too close, too fast.
My husband would either have to be in bed before me, or when he came to bed, he'd have to turn the lights on so that I could see that it was him.
When you have that happen to you and you can't even let your fiance give you a hug or hold your hand.
Nothing happened to me while I was in the bed. But just the fact that someone was walking in when I was vulnerable made me fearful.
Going to boot camp, being a single parent, deploying to Iraq, losing friends in the Marine Corps to the war, being assaulted like that and being raped was the absolute hardest thing I've ever been through, still.
I had a discussion with two female Marines. One was a very senior captain, and one was a master gunnery sergeant. They said, both of them, they said, we've been sexually assaulted at every rank we've held. We're not saying you were raped at every rank. You talk about take the wind out of my sails. We've been sexually assaulted at every rank we've held.
It tears a unit apart. There's no more unit cohesion, and it just makes it harder for people to trust other people. So then you're not sticking up for each other anymore.
There's always that potential that folks are going to rush to judgment.
It goes one of two ways. People either go with the victim or go with the person, their buddy, or the other person that's being accused.
That Marine's a good Marine. He or she couldn't have done that.
I don't believe he did it. I don't believe she did it. I think she's full of it. I think he's full of it. I don't think it really happened.
There are folks that are going to say, well, she hangs out in the wrong places. She drinks too much. She dresses the wrong way. She kind of wanted it or she deserved it. But the reality is that no victim wants to be raped.
I had a gunny come up to me in the hallway, and he wasn't aware of the entire situation. He just knew that something had happened. And he said, well, if you weren't being a typical female Marine, and if you had kept your legs closed, that wouldn't have happened to you.
The Marine on my right's not watching out for me. The Marine on my left is not watching out for me. I've lost that trust. So I think it just eats it. I think it eats at the very foundation of what being a Marine and the Marine unit's all about.